Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, this September, at the height of yet another contentious campaign season, Senator Orrin Hatch authored an op-ed for Time magazine, which we should all read. Its theme was reflected in the remarks that he delivered today in his farewell address to the United States Senate and to our country. With his combination of eloquence and straightforwardness that have enlightened this chamber for more than 4 decades, our colleague from Utah called upon all Americans to embrace, as he put it, quote, the practice of true tolerance, respecting others' beliefs, even or perhaps especially when they differ from our own, end quote. Senator Hatch reminded us that our system of government, crafted by the founders with great wisdom and understanding of human nature, only works when we recognize that the majority of our political disagreements are not matters of good versus evil, but good versus good, as he put it. He concluded his important essay with these words: when we embrace these virtues fully, we can heal partisan divisions, reinvigorate the public discourse, and begin to realize the full potential of American democracy. To our friend and colleague, Orrin Hatch, those are not just words. Rather, they have represented his guiding philosophy throughout his 42 years of service in the United States Senate. They are why he is such an admired statesman here in Washington, throughout our nation, and around the world. And they are why he is one of the most effective legislators of modern times. As many of my colleagues have already commented, Senator Hatch's record of having passed more legislation than any senator alive today is one that demonstrates his commitment to bridging the partisan divide to achieve and advance the common good and to improve the lives of Americans. I have known and admired Orrin Hatch for nearly all of his time in the Senate. I was on the staff of Senator Bill Cohen, who joined the Senate in 1979, just 2 years after Senator Hatch. And I saw from the start, as a staffer observing Senator Hatch, that this gentleman from Utah was brilliant, he was kind, and he was devoted to his duty to serve others. He truly is one who leads by example. Senator Hatch has placed careful consideration and compromise above partisan politics time and again. From the landmark legislation to create the state children's health insurance program during my very first year in the Senate, to the recent tax reform law to strengthen our economy and grow jobs, I've had the great pleasure to work with this remarkable leader. In fact, I remember my freshman year in the Senate when Senator Hatch came to see me in my office, and he told me about his plan to expand health insurance for the unserved children of our country. And he said that he was authoring the bill with Ted Kennedy. And I thought, well, that's a surprising combination. But then I learned that it was not, that he would work together with his colleagues on both sides of the aisle to accomplish the goals that he set. And he invited me to be one of the early co-sponsors of that bill. And I was so flattered that this senior member of the United States Senate would come to me, a mere freshman, and invite me to join in co-sponsoring such significant legislation that has made such a difference for millions of American children. In addition to his accomplishments as a legislator, Senator Hatch holds another record that is unsurpassed. In 32 of his 42 years in the Senate, he has been either the chairman or the ranking member of a major committee. He is held in very high esteem by his colleagues. The Presidential Medal of Freedom that he was awarded in November acknowledges the gratitude that the American people have for his many contributions. But there is another side of Senator Orrin Hatch. He is also a wonderfully talented musician and successful songwriter. The beautiful song he co-wrote for the 2005 presidential inauguration, called "Heal Our Land," includes this line that describes the mission to which he has devoted his life. Quote, "Keep us ever on the path of liberty." Of all of his accomplishments, Senator Hatch is most proud of his family, as he mentioned today. He credits their love and support as the key to his success. And anyone who has met his wonderful wife, Elaine, will have to concede that Orrin has a point. His wife of more than 60 years, their 6 children, 23 grandchildren, and 24 great-grandchildren by last count, have much to be proud of as well. Orrin Hatch has compiled an extraordinary record on issues ranging from tax reform, education, national defense, scientific research, criminal justice, and healthcare. In fact, it's difficult to think of an issue where he has not left his mark. He is a dedicated advocate of our Senate traditions and a fierce defender of our Constitution. His wide-ranging accomplishments are united by a commitment to always move our country forward. Orrin, our nation is so grateful for your service, and I am so grateful for your wise counsel, mentorship, and friendship over the years. I offer my best wishes to you and to Elaine for many years to come. Thank you, Mr. President.